for anybody ages 10 to 25, brought to you by Khanna for Kids. You know what this is? Just a simple good morning news messages just for today's youth, anybody from the ages of 10 to 25. As you know, Dr. Khanna has been inviting various young people to join us. Today we have Felix. Hello, Felix. Thank you so much
Good
for
morning.
joining us. Good morning. And Dr. Khanna is going to be asking him a few questions, but he's going to be talking today about the election. And if you'd like to be on the TV, quote unquote, the digital TV with us, please contact us at contactk.com. That's contactk for Khanna.com. We want to hear from young people. We want to hear your thoughts. That's what we're here for, the voice of the kids. Dr. Khanna is an attorney. He is a child safety advocate. He is the champion of Voice of the Kids, a nonprofit organization, and he is a servant of the underserved. Dr. Khanna, please, good morning and welcome. Tell us about the election. What do you think?
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Felix. And good morning, young adults and children. Today is Monday. Actually, I didn't realize today is the first Monday of November. Wonderful year 2020, which we have been going with the struggle of pandemic. Please be safe. Please put your mask. Please maintain social distancing. I heard over the weekend that the pandemic COVID-19 has shoot up because of the weather. So please be careful. That's my first message. I know election day. The election day is coming. Tomorrow is a major day. It makes a big difference to United States of America tomorrow. A lot of major decisions will be made. But as Gary always says, this is a news bite. So we are going to give you an apple, but we'll just give you for just a bite. The rest, you have to figure yourself and try to see how the day goes with that particular news we give you. So today's news will be on election day. In the United States, election day is the annual day set by law for the general elections of federal public officials. So who are federal public officials? Well, the president, the vice president, House of Representatives, and US Senate. They are the public officials, right? So this particular happens statutory set by government, federal government as Tuesday next after the first Monday in the month of November. That's exactly how we opened up. Today is the first Monday of November. So it is a tradition in United States that the election is done on the first Tuesday of November. This is, I think, not many countries follow such strict law, but this is a law set by the federal government that this election is done on the first Tuesday after November 1st. First Tuesday, remember that. The earliest possible day is November 2nd, and the latest possible date is November 8th. Anyway, we are not going through the calendars with the calculations, algorithms, but here, this year, the election day is November 3rd. Election day occurs only in even-numbered years. Presidential elections are held every 4 years. In the year divisible by 4, in which electors for president and vice presidents are chosen according to the method determined by each state. Elections to the US House of Representatives, that is congressmen or women, and the US Senate are held every 2 years. All representatives are elected to serve 2-year term and are up for election every 2 years, while senators serve 6 years term. Staggered so that 1/3 of the senators are elected in even general election. General elections in which presidential candidates are not on the ballot are referred to be as mid-term elections. Terms for those elected begin in January the following year. The president and vice presidents are inaugurated, that means sworn in, usually on January 28th, 20. Again, I emphasize that election day occurs in even numbered years. So these are some of the things, children, young adults, please keep a note. This is just a general knowledge to have, so that when you go for election, when election day comes, you really need to understand what this election day in the United States means. Election day is also a public holiday in some states. Well, we all are in New York and New Jersey area, so public holiday counts in these states too. So Delaware, Hawaii, Kentucky, Louisiana, Montana, New Jersey, New York, Virginia, West Virginia, Puerto Rico, and the Commonwealth of Northern Mariana Islands. Some other states require that workers be permitted to take time off with pay. So if you are qualified citizens of United States, we urge you to go and vote because your voice matters. So do not forget, tomorrow is a big day and it's an election day. Please vote, especially because tomorrow it will be decided who will be our next president. Unfortunately, this year, 2020 pandemic, a lot of things are shifting. Tomorrow will not be the end of the day decision that who will be the president, because the federal government or the election commission allowed 1 week from tomorrow to have the mail-in ballots come in. So actual decision who will be the next president of the United States, I think we still have little few more days to go. But stay tuned for that. But please make sure you all vote tomorrow because your voice counts. I really would like to welcome Felix here, who has joined this show because his voice matters. He is, how old are you, Felix? 26, 20, 25?
26.
You are 26. So you are still a young adult. And he is a father of one small child, lovely child. I've seen him. Very, very cute, very nice, and very pure. So he's going to groom him to be a good citizen of United States. And Felix, because you belong to New York and you belong to Spring Valley area in Rockland County, how do you see this pandemic is treating you, or how do you see that it is obstructing you in doing certain things which you were supposed to do before pandemic happened?
Well, the pandemic was a surprise. And it changed a lot of people's mindset about health and social distancing, about financial, having the awareness of, okay, this could happen one day. Because to tell you the truth, I wasn't thinking about something to this aspect, to where you have to shut down the whole country, where people were out of work for months and months and are still out of work.
It's not the country, it's the whole world.
Yeah, the whole world. Yeah, the world. Like, I wasn't prepared for that. And I didn't see it because, when you're young, all you care about, well, my aspect has changed now, but what I was thinking about was, okay, it's a new day. What can I do? Where can I go today? Because, the world is my oyster, and where can I go? What can I explore? When you have that taken away from you,
yep,
you're like, whoa, okay, what do I do now? And now you staying home, you have to think about the problems that you are going through, and the mental part of it really kicks in, and you have to be, I want to say mentally strong, but you need that good bubble space. And
Absolutely. You feel like you are incarcerated, right?
yes, yes.
So whoever never faced what incarceration is, I am sure they all are facing it now. They're experiencing
Yes.
since March. This in the whole worldwide incarceration is really painful. I feel it. I understand. So, and also, Felix, you heard that what we are trying to do with the Juvenile Reformation Act, we are trying to give some hope to the young adults, those who are coming out of incarceration, and to give them a second chance. So what would you like to add into that? Well, what do you like? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think no, it is not a good idea? I mean, how do you comment on this?
Since our topic is voting, so I'm gonna keep that theme going. I believe that we have multiple lives, meaning like I'm not saying like we live more than one life, but we have multiple life, meaning like you have your childhood life, that's part of your lifestyle, and you have your adult life, you have your adult life, and I'm still part of my childhood life transitioning into adulthood. So therefore, if I had made a mistake when I was a teenager,
Correct.
and I don't have the wisdom, the right environment to make that decision, and peer pressure plays a big part of young adult. So why would we judge the same person in adulthood with the same what they did as a child? And you have to be 18 years old to vote. There's a reason for that, because you're not mentally there yet. You don't understand how the importance of electing someone into power that decides what we can and cannot do. So if we set time, like age limit, to where we could do things and how we could do things, why not? Why? How come the legal system doesn't do the same thing with our young adults? Because you learn from your mistake. Some mistakes you learn. I've had a lot of mistakes in my life. Some mistake, I mean, most of the mistakes I learned from. I had to grow from it, because most people are you have to go through it to learn it.
Right.
Like you don't hear it. Like you hear it every day, but I'm a kid. I'm not gonna listen to it. Oh, I'm different.
Absolutely.
I'm totally different. So it's not gonna happen to me. And yet it happens to you. So you have to have that mental aspect of saying, okay, not only mental, you gotta have that maturity. There it is.
Absolutely, Felix.
You're bringing up a
That's
great
important, because I like the way you just described, and that's the reason why I took this initiative to take it to the next step. And because when you are a child, okay, let's say before 18, you are a child. When you are a child, your mindset is not ready to do a lot of things, and you do mistake. We do make mistakes at that age because of the peer pressure, about your situation and personal living style, financial situation. A lot of things happens, right? So you make mistake. Okay, you made mistake. I'm not saying that that all the mistakes should be punished in a criminal way, but okay, you made a mistake, you got punished, you went to the jail, and you served that phase, whether it is 1 year or 6 years or 10 years, doesn't matter. But when you are ready, when you're coming out of the jail, at the time, you are an adult. Okay, so definitely you have realized that what mistakes you have done when you were a child. So now you are out in the open and you are ready to explore the world in the next level. But people don't get that chance. People reject them. And that's the reason why I started this initiative, and I've been blessed that I have a very nice team working with me. Gary is one of them. We have few others, those who are supporting me to carry this initiative to the next level. That means when a person coming out of jail, we have to greet them, we have to embrace them, and we have to show them our love, that we are there for you. You are not alone. Okay, fine. You made a mistake. Now you are completely washed. You're done. You're pardoned. You come out, we'll give you all the facilities to be needed for you to go and start your next journey. Okay, so that does not happen. I know this, every state government has a program in place, but they don't hold the hand and do it. My initiative wants to hold the hand of every individual to go through the path so that they can become a good citizen of the United States. And you rightly brought that, because tomorrow is an election day, all the citizens should be allowed to be voting tomorrow. They should not think, oh, you know what, I'm just a criminal. Who cares about my vote? No, their voice matters. What do you think, Gary?
Well, thank you. I just want to say what Felix said is, and your initiative is, it's like a hand in the glove, because the issue is, yeah, you make a mistake, just like Felix said, and then, okay, let's say you go into prison or you get incarcerated. Okay, you spent your time, but now you're out, but you're also, now you're mentally incarcerated, because what's happening is jobs won't hire you, apartment buildings won't take you, banks won't give you loans. The list goes on and on and on, and you're out, but you're not out. It's almost forcing these young people to go back into a life of crime. So your initiative, which is the 2018 Juvenile Reformation Act, to support these kids, to get them a place to live, to welcome them, to greet them, to get them a job. We're very excited. We're opening up in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Connecticut. Please contact us if you are in that situation, an ex-incarcerated individual, at contactk.com. What do you think of that, Dr. Khanna?
No, that's excellent. Felix, I would like you to explore this, help us, so that you're a young adult. I'm sure you have met a lot of young adults, those who went through this transition, and they are definitely bouncing from this place to that place. They don't have a place to live. They don't have a nice job to do. They don't have anything. They are prone to make crime again. Okay,
exactly.
And so that they can go back. No, we need to bring them out. And one other thing which Gary brought it up about, well, they are physically out from incarceration, but mental incarceration is still there. Okay, our initiative is to take this mental incarceration out of that individual. So they have to be released from mental incarceration. That is important, Felix. So please help us and spread this word to everybody that, hey, there is an organization, okay, that there are people like Gary, Claim, John Mark, you name it. We have good number of people that God has given us so that we can go and take this pie, okay, and give them to all the needed juveniles, young adults, those who are facing mental incarceration right now. Okay, so Felix, I really thank you very much for joining this morning, but I would like you to, the purpose of you joining here is, yes, I want you to be famous, but at the same token, I want your message to be heard by other fellow young adults so that they have a hope. I want you to give your last sentence to all the young adults so that they can be motivated. Today is Monday and tomorrow is election day. I want your motivational talk and voice to go and reach everybody in this planet. Let's put it in this planet, because we belong to the planet. and then come down to United States, and then come further down to New York and New Jersey area. So Felix, please give your last talk.
All right, I firmly recently believe in this, and I believe we all have a life to live. Your life doesn't end until you're 6 feet under. And every day it gives you an opportunity to start new and fresh. And the way life is you could make a mistake. That's fine. We understand. You're young, you're a kid. So, but don't give hope. Hope is out there, especially with this program, with people you have the help. So don't be stubborn as a kid, because I was a kid once. Do not be stubborn, and don't say it's not gonna affect me. No, it 100% will affect you. Like I said, I've made a mistake. I owned up to my mistakes, and now I'm trying to be a good citizen. We could only try. And my message to you is, don't lose hope, because there is a light in the end of the tunnel, and you will be a better person from the mistake that you had encountered or had lived. You learn from it, and now you have the wisdom to tell others. There's a lot of people in this world that needs guidance. I remember my teacher always told me, if you don't know something, raise your hands, and then I guarantee other kids will ask the same question you're about to ask. So please raise your hands and ask the questions, because there's a lot of us that doesn't need it. There's a lot of adults that doesn't want to ask because they feel like, it's pointless. It's not pointless. So continue, keep on keeping on, keep fighting.
Thank you very much, Felix. Thank you very much. This is a very heart-touching message you are giving. And that's what happens with young adults, that either they're embarrassed or they're too stubborn to ask for help. So here, folks, we are here to help you. We are here to hold your hand and cross the border so that you are away from the past and move forward because life gives you chances after chances. God gives us chances after. We make mistakes every day, but God gives us the next moment for us to breathe. Okay? We don't die until God wants us to die. Okay? So please do not lose hope. This program is all about you so that we can take you to the next stage. You are the building block and skeleton and the spinal cord of United States. So do not give up your hope. We are there. You are not alone. We are there in your journey. So your journey brings all of us together. So thank you again, Felix, for joining here. And please motivate everybody. Tell this word to everybody that we have. I want you to be part of the team, because Izzat is part of this team. And I want you to be part of the team because you have a young child who will be going through this phase, and you will witness that. So if we do not practice what we preach, then it will not be a good way to set example. So I really admire you. I really thank you for taking the time and coming here to tell the audience about your voice, and your voice matters. So Gary, it's your phone.
Thank you very much. Wise words from a wise man, Felix. Thank you. I think that was very helpful. And young people, listen to him. Hey, make mistakes sometimes, but don't force yourself to make mistakes. Think before you act. Thank you, Felix. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 o'clock. If you want to join us like Felix did, we want to hear your voice. This is, Dr. Khanna's the champion of voice of the kids. So we want to hear your voice at contactk.com. Contactk.com. Fill out the form. We'll get back to you. And we want to hear from you. We're going to have an interesting talk. Wednesday, we'll see a little bit more news about the election. Maybe not everything, but it will have a little bit more news. Thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Khanna, and good day.
Thank you, Felix.
Good one.
Have a
Have a
good
good one. Be safe. God bless y'all.
God
Make
bless
sure
you.
everybody vote.
Vote.